much needed and much welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
That's the reason you ball for them. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
He's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. Tack McKinley, the UCLA product, the one who brought him down. Second and 15. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep. It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 57 yards. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Now Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Tyler Lockett. Touchdown.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. This will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here now the first carry is a Falcon for the man coming home to Georgia, Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Gurley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Check it back, check it back. Wait. 79.
Here's Gurley. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
5-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. 60 Bison.
Ryan. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was brought down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. This is Carson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Complete.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Wilson. Off to Geis on the screen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They run it with Carson. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14. Falcons nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. To throw is Ryan. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Gurley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Todd Gurley, the ball
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd down, Ryan. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 44 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And that one makes it 14-7.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 14.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Richter to kick off for the Falcons.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Chris Carson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. A good good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
45-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
to DK Metcalf.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Falcons 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
6 yards left on second down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And that'll make it third down.
6 yards to go.
Now Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, B, let's go. Now let's get there. 49, guys. Mike's 49. Don't get nervous. Mike's 49.
Now it's Ryan. He completes it to Treadwell. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Second down and 3. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Throwing again. Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Gurley. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by
no gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Gain on the play brings up
second and 10.
At the Seahawks 34-yard line.
Get out the field, defense. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just 20. 22. 25. Check 25. Check 25. 60 Bobcat.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
49, guys.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Strip that ball. 49 the mic. Watch 49. Wrap it, 80. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. $13 yards remaining on second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He'll take it at the 42. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
7-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 54, stop.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's go one more. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Check. 49.
From the gun, Ryan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
You ain't going nowhere. Mike 15. Big stop, D. Big stop.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And no, it's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down, this is Geis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Complete to Tyler
Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the Seahawks' 19-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check, watch 54. Got it. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get on.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. More muscle hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Russell Wilson sacked.
So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.